How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the James Lab Podcast. And today our special guests are Nam and Shea from the Network Show and the High Supply Show. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, we're doing good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, James.
Well, and thanks for having me. So I got to come out. It was kind of a last minute thing for the Network Show, and I didn't know what to expect. I heard good things about the Network Show last year. And then I got invited to do a panel, and I jumped on the chance to do it, and I didn't even know who I was doing it with. I think all the other hosts got to pick their guests, and you guys put the perfect panelists with me, and I got to moderate that. It was a lot of fun. So thank you.
We actually picked all the panels.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we curated the subject matter, who was going to be on it, who's the host. We wanted to make sure that it was the right people.
Yeah.
And it was also good enough for you guys to actually have a good conversation, because if it's the wrong person, it could go wrong.
Totally. You did a really good job curating it. I don't think that many people out there could curate such a good combination of people. And so thank you very much.
I think a good thing about that is we're from the industry, so we see all the different points, you know what I mean? From all the different topics. Like, you guys hit on some really good topics. A lot of the keynote speakers were like right on some really, really good topics.
Yeah, it was authentic. I feel like people got an authentic view into the industry and what it's like to be in the industry in California. I don't think it's the easiest time to be in the industry in California, but there's some people doing some really great things.
Yeah. The dust is starting to settle from the struggle, and you're starting to see some people find success now.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult. Like, even to find success, it is like you got to like work 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, and give up your whole personal life.
I know all about that. Yeah. I know all about that. And I enjoy that part of it, though. I mean, I enjoy working hard for something much bigger than myself, right?
Yeah.
And it's an interesting time, though. But I mean, even nutrient companies are struggling. The economy's not doing well. We had oversaturation on such a level with cultivation, especially in our state, that it's been tough to get back on track. And now what separates people is either price or quality. So one of those two things or both.
We're starting to see like the brands find their own lane. Like, I'm either a price point one, or I'm very unique with my quality. Yeah. Or even unique with my offering, right? It's my genetics, my brand, through my cultivation. You can't get anywhere else. So that creates that uniqueness, and you just got to find that demographic that supports your brand at that point.
Totally.
Yeah.
So how do you guys come up with the concept for the Network Show?
I come from a background of events. And we're just looking at the industry, and we're just seeing there wasn't really a trade show that just focused on the most important segment of our industry, which is that brand retailer relationship, that segment. And we thought if that relationship can find success and get on the right page with each other, it will trickle down and trickle up to the farmer all the way to the consumer.
Yeah, and I would like to say that it's the best show in California that I went to in this year. I felt like a lot of the other shows, there was like this feeling of despair, and I feel like there was a lot of excited, happy people at your show. I was pleasantly surprised with the attendance, the enthusiasm, and just the quality of people that came to the show. Yeah,
a lot of people are pissed at us, but a lot of people applied to come, but we really vetted out. We take our time. Shout out to Chuck. He did all the vetting out this year.
All pre-registration.
We literally go through every application, verify that they're part of the licensed industry, and then they come.
Yeah, as far as
right
B2B, that's the right move. I think B2B, and then you get people that are actually in the industry looking to work, looking to make progress, looking to meet new people. Because, we're part of this bigger community, and this industry is really going back towards community. Yeah. Because I kind of feel like with adult use, we went away from it. I talk about it a lot on my podcast, but we went away from it. And I feel like now we're circling back to community again. And the ones that were there kind of showing everybody else that's kind of knew how to do it. And there's no better place than something like the Network Show, or your new High Supply Show sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, James, like pretty much like medical too, like those medical days, the Prop 215 days, the Wild West cowboy days, like that's kind of the feeling that we want to bring back, that camaraderie, the brotherhood. What was nice about the Network Show is a lot of people just came up to me and they're like, wow, I haven't seen so-and-so forever. I haven't seen this person forever. They're still in the game, but they pulled up to the show, and I think a lot of it is their guards down, they're there willing to smoke a hash hole with you and catch up. James, how you been? Where you been the last 10 years? What are you doing? And then that steamrolls into the business, you know?
Totally. I mean, I think we need events like this. We're so busy doing stuff in our day-to-day lives that to plan something out, to go to an event where there's other like-minded people, people that are moving towards success in metric, I think, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult in California.
On the rec market,
on the rec market, it's on every market, but especially in the rec market, it's been kind of a bloodbath. I've seen a lot of places. We were talking about Humboldt earlier and the Emerald Triangle. And I feel like the Emerald Triangle, the amount of companies that are out there has just gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. And, you know, I feel like we owe that community a lot.
Oh, we owe them everything.
Yeah, I agree.
We owe them everything. If they didn't stick their necks out and did what they did for the last 30, 40 years, early days before even Prop 215, the medical days, well, we wouldn't have anything. So that's why we try to curate the show and have legacy guys there from the Triangle, like Talking Trees, Trinity, Trailheads, Poet, Mountain Man Melts. You know, we have Shannon from, you know, Spruce Grove and the Green Ox there. So we try to bring the legacy guys down and give them a place to kind of find success and connect with the real industry.
Bring back that community, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and really that's what it's all about. That's how we got here, was community. We built this thing up together in a community setting where it was all about, it wasn't like alcohol or tobacco. It was like, how can this plant help you feel better? Right. I think most of it was on the medical side, whether you wanted to be medical or not. That's the experience that you got going into a dispensary was, how do you need to feel better? You know, how can we make you feel better? You need to, you know, you need to eat, you need to sleep, you need to be awake. There was, you know, there was so many different things. And I think we had indica sativa hybrid, which that's now changing. That's pretty funny that like that's been around for so long. And then THC number is the other one that I think needs to go away.
Yeah, man. Can't buy off a THC percentage, right?
No, I don't. And I know you guys don't. It's like so funny though, but like new beginners, they want to come in and they're like, oh, you know, would you go buy alcohol? Would you go buy 151? Probably not.
No. Well, I guess nowadays it's those cutwaters, right?
Yeah.
Those things are so strong. But
I mean, if potency was the main factor in alcohol, we all be running around drinking Everclear.
Exactly.
Right. And just, but it's not like that. It's about flavor.
Yeah.
It's about the experience, the high, the everything. Right. And it's just not about potency. But I think the reason potency is so big is, one, it's the easiest thing to compare. Yeah. And that was the first thing to compare. And I think
it was low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. Low-hanging fruit. Me personally, I always think like terpenes, the percentage of terpenes should be higher on there than the percentage on your label than the THC. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's so funny, you know, we've been in the game a long time. We were talking about your strain Loud Scout, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of those things probably tested in the low 20s back in the day, 19s, and that was killer, right?
Yeah.
But it was the entourage effect of the terpenes that you would smoke that you don't get in today's weed as much, you know?
Right.
I feel like, you know, even like hardcore OG, a lot of these strains that were like kind of pioneered of our time, they didn't test high. They weren't high testers. It was the combination between the terpenes, the THC, and just that whole entourage, you know, like, feel like that's kind of like, I don't know, you're a chef as well, so I know you have a palate, so you know you understand this really depth. But
I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy eating,
sleep, and breathe it.
It's the experiences, right? So I'm an experience chaser. I'm chasing new experiences, whether it's food or weed or wine or whatever it is. I'm constantly looking for that new experience. And with cannabis, there's so many different directions you can go, and you can constantly get new experiences with flower. It's, you could have the same sour diesel from 10 different people and it's going to come out 10 different ways. Right. And that goes with any cultivar, even lemon cherry gelato.
Yeah.
So, which kind of got flooded. I feel like it got a bad name, but like there still is good lemon cherry gelato. I don't care what anybody says. When it's grown correctly, it can be amazing.
Yeah.
Just like anything else that's good, that has potential. It's when it gets grown into mids by mass producing and using inferior inputs or trying to save money. And that goes across the board. That's why most OG Kush that I see out there sucks.
Or some ugly plants like Z, they grow ugly, The
ugliest.
The ugliest, you know, and you pass it, I don't want that. And then you smoke it. You're like, dang, this is a smoker.
Yeah, I don't even care what it looks like anymore, to be honest.
How it smokes.
It's all about how it smokes and how it makes you feel. And I think I coined the term specific use cultivar, because we're going to be breeding for specific uses and way more dialed in than it is now. We're going to be breeding for pre-rolls, breeding for joints, right? Nice. That's what I'm doing now, is I'm really trying to go into not just washing, but also, we're talking about volatile extraction, washing, pre-rolls. There's so many different uses. Tinctures. We're breeding for tinctures that are specific for RSO and stuff like that. I mean, there's just so many different directions we can go, and it's not just one size fits all. But if you look at how wild mustard turned into all these amazing things like broccoli and cabbage and Brussels sprouts and kale, that's the direction we're going. So so High Supply Show. You guys, tell me about the High Supply Show, or tell our audience, because I already know about it. I think it's going to be amazing.
So it's basically everything behind the scenes to create a brand, or if a brand wants to create a new CPG, a consumer packaged good, right? Yeah. They want to launch a new SKU. So it's cultivators that don't have a brand, but they just produce for bulk.
Yeah.
Concentrate manufacturers, extractors, co-packers, pre-roll makers, right? Last mile distribution, sales teams, marketing agencies, media.
Yeah.
Like a brand can come and actually meet you guys, right? Yeah. And how to get onto the show, how to advertise with the right people, automation, packaging, and hardware, but only vetted out packaging, hardware, and stuff, right? We are making sure that they've done it in the space before.
Yeah.
And they have a proven track record, because the last thing we need is a brand to come work with a hardware company and all leaks, and that brand loses all their investment and they're out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the whole vetting process, pretty much, like there's a lot that goes behind the scenes, like on our sheets, where we're looking at trying to curate the show the best we can for our industry. Right. We don't want to see any of our counterparts go down those roads of, disaster. Right. So, and what's cool about our show is like we kind of flip the script from the network side. The network's connecting the retailers. This one is connecting the brands with, co-packers or farms direct. And, it does, we run a distro as well every day. Goodfellas, shout out to our team in Santa Ana. So we understand that there's some sort of cannibalism there, right? We're going to kind of cut off our feet, but we feel like, if we believe in our industry and we believe in the community that we're building here, that's where the power is going to lie. And that's where it's going to,
Yeah. For us to have a successful business, our industry has to be successful.
Right.
So we're just like, hey, we do this. It's going to kind of kill off our distro.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. It might elevate it.
You might
too.
Bring awareness to it, and you might get more business. It's hard to say. I mean, sometimes when you do stuff for the right reasons, it comes back tenfold. I believe in.
Amen.
I believe in karma, and I think there's good karma and bad karma.
What you
and
put
sometimes
in is what you get out, baby.
Yeah, 100%.
Impact creates profits.
Yeah.
It creates opportunity for business.
Right.
You just have to create value, create impact for your community, do good.
Yeah.
And opportunities will open up. And we've seen it over here already.
For sure.
The better we take care of our community, the better we look out for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not like we're perfect, but we try our best every day, and opportunities have opened up.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring my Roll Pros machine next to the podcast booth, and we can show people how to do pre-rolls, because we're doing these Roll Pros.
Nice.
I think that might be interesting too, if there's space.
Yeah, we just we sold out hall 1, and we're opening up another hall.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have more space. We're gonna be able to expand to maybe another 100, 120 exhibitors.
Yeah, and then you've got good pizza. You've got First Smoke of the Day, James Loud podcast, and who's the fourth?
Green Rush.
And Green Rush.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
It's got some heavy hitters.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are all, very
industry leaders.
Industry leaders.
Yep.
A lot of fun. I mean, I'm doing this for fun.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. And and it's a beautiful time to be alive. There's so many different ways you can look at the industry. As tough as it is, it's also a really great time to pioneer new things. I think co-packing is just starting to take off with companies.
Mm-hmm.
We're just starting to see these co-packing companies being able to work, and collaboration models is the future of the industry for sure. And so you couldn't have picked a better time to do a show that helps all these guys out.
Yes, we're just trying to streamline the supply chain, right? Make it more efficient. because we all know this, man, the current margins is so F that there's just not enough meat on the bone there, right? So thin. To increase that, we got to go look at either increasing the price, which doesn't work right now, or seeing where we can cut a few pennies without losing the quality in our supply chain. And this should be able to connect those dots where the brands who don't have their cultivation, their own cultivation, can work directly with a bulk cultivator or a brand from like another states that have their own genetics, but they want to launch here in California. They can come meet the right cultivator that they can trust with their genetics, give it there, and then let them grow it and then sell it to the brand, right? And figure everything out, licensing deals. We just want to make sure that those dots are connected. And even on the media side with you guys, right? We're trying to connect them with the right media people so they don't go waste their money.
Right. Because there's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of people out there. But that makes a lot of sense. And
there's a few that make an impact.
Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on Schedule 3 and them reclassifying cannabis and how that could impact our industry?
Me personally, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's a step in the direction. It's better than nothing. It's better than staying where we're currently at, right? It opened up banking. From our side, we really need banking, right? And financing and 280E, that should be helpful. And it's just really how they're going to write the regulations to roll it out.
Yeah.
That we'll see. But it does give us that opportunity, I think, better than not doing it.
I believe it could open the door for interstate commerce, could totally help California. You know, I think that could help other states along with California. You know, and I think it makes the MSO model work a lot easier. And kind of you got to scale to be successful anymore. You know, there's not a lot of farms. We were talking about the cottage license.
Yeah.
And it's like, how many did you guys say there were in the state?
I think 4. At that time when we met Pat and Lindy, there was, I believe, 4 cottage licenses in the state.
Wow.
And it's under, if I'm correct, it's under 2,500 square feet of canopy.
Yeah.
They're really small.
Really small.
Yeah.
It's hard, and it's hard to be profitable when you're that small, unless you're doing 100% of the work yourself and you don't have labor, because labor is a killer these days, especially in California.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough. You've seen it this year already with this year's harvest.
Yeah.
Finding trimmers. The 1, because of ice. 2, the price of weed gotten so low that the farmer can't really afford to pay the trimmer a decent wage anymore, and no one's coming to work.
Yeah.
Like, why would you work at $50 a pound trimming when you can trim 2 pounds in the 8-hour shift, and you do the math, you're literally $12 an hour.
Yeah. But so I work with SF Canada. Their trimmers, some of them trim 5 pounds a day.
Oh,
pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
It used to be like 1 pound a day. I used to, I mean, back in the day when there was a time where we didn't even pay trimmers. We trimmed everybody's weed for free. We went to the other growers and I would help my friends trim. They would help me trim. But there was a point where like we started getting trimmers and you would have to show them that if they trim 1 gram a minute, that's a pound in a day. And literally I'd put the sample of how it had to look out in front so they could refer back to that. And it's like, you got to do that every minute if you want to be successful. Now there's people that can trim 5 pounds a day, but it's different cultivars. The way it's grown is a little different, less leafy bud.
Yeah. It blew my mind the other day. I went over to our friend's distro and he's got like 30 Asian people in the back and they're just nipping away. So I'm like, how many they do? A couple pounds? He's like, no, they can do between 5 and 7 a day. I'm like, a person? He's like, yeah. And I'm like,
some of the Hmongs go fast. Those Hmong ladies.
Well, and then the brushes are finger trimming too. Like the finger trim and the brush is like a game changer.
Yeah.
So, and I think it holds, like for quality, it holds the integrity of the bud.
Yeah, whereas, a lot better quality.
With the scissors, they want to shave it a little bit, and you can't really do that with the brush. But you know, it's also one of those learning curves. A lot of people hated the brush. It's like the canna brush is like this big thing that's like that big, and you got to modify. You got to cut that handle off. You got to cut the bristles down a little bit so it fits in the palm of your hand. But if you do that, you can rock. So
it's just rubbing it.
Yeah, you're just going back and forth and getting in all the nooks and crannies. You get in all the the little areas, and you're coming down in there, and you're twisting with this hand and going with the other hand. But it has to be the right temperature and humidity in the room for it to work properly. So 60-60, it's cold room, Trimmers don't like cold rooms, but if you want good quality, there's sacrifices that have to be made, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then finger trimming is I'd say it's more modern, but it's also the original way. And so there's guys that can rock it out. And the thing is, you want brittle leaves to where the leaves just kind of knock themselves off.
Yeah.
So, but it's all cultivar specific. The leafy stuff doesn't work fast like that. It's the LCGs and the runts and all the cultivars that are bred from those things.
Yeah.
Like Skittles, no matter what you do, it still doesn't look great. It's always ugly. You always got to shave it. It's kind of leafy.
Yeah, it's like sour D.
Yeah, I love good sour D though.
Yeah. That's why a lot of you don't see a lot of outdoor and depth farmers grow it anymore because, dude, they would just, trimmers, if you didn't tell them to stop, they can just trim it all the way to smalls.
Yeah.
It's just keep going and they don't even know.
You can't even use a trimming machine with good sour. Like sour diesel should never, like the sour that we had, I had my friend Joe, when the tornadoes first came out, they had sour D and they decided they were going to trim it. They wasted 20 pounds trying to figure out how to use it and abandoned it. And we're sitting with 2 trimming machines that they didn't want to use because they ruined 20 pounds of sour diesel.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think you can ever throw sour diesel in a trimming machine.
No, not the one that foxtails. And I think there's different versions of sour diesel, but the real old school one that we had always foxtailed, and there's no way you can trim that with any sort of machine. It needs to be hand trimmed. And
your production loss is going to be
looks like that old school
80%.
Yeah, totally. Or Williams Wonder.
You see them anymore?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, huh?
Not a lot.
I'm sure there's people sitting on genetics and stuff somewhere, but.
I mean, we just found GDP.
Oh, shit.
For the first time in at least 5 or 6 years that I saw real GDP.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of apples and bananas get passed off trying to tell me it's GDP. I'm like, no, it smells like GDP.
You've been here before,
Yeah. I mean, I used to grow GDP. My friends used to grow GDP. I've grown it in octagons before. And it has such a distinct nose. But I think Luke Scarmazzo, a couple other guys, we're going to be coming back with the GDP in the very near future. It just needs
that one.
It needs to be grown right.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to grow.
They're all, it's just like OGs too, man. They're finicky too,
Well, GDP is such a long veg. Yeah. Like it's a short plant. If you want big buds, you have to veg it for a long time. You can't go with a 10-day veg or like a 12-day veg. We used to do 31 or 32 days. Yeah. But I think you could probably get away with 3 weeks. Yeah. maybe like 2.5.
Yeah.
Depending on your setup. If you have double stacks, I think it'd suit better for a double stack. But there's something about that nose. When I smelled it for the first time, it's like this floral jam gas. It's like it's unmistakable.
Yeah.
So what do you guys like as far as flavors?
Oh, sour D. That's still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a triangle OG.
Yeah.
I'm a
gas.
I'm gas, I'm legs, I want everything, A lot of this weed, it's funny, I talk to my partner Mikey about this all the time. The designer weed's cool and all, if you want to look like you're smoking weed and have fun, but like it just doesn't get me. Like I'm going through the Z and I'm going through the runts, I'm going through all this stuff. I'm like, I need something else. I need another, I need something more, Yeah. And I guess you don't smoke weed to not get high. You smoke,
Some people do. Some people just smoke to smoke or
and
whatever.
That's where it's like, that's the culture thing. I'm not with it yet. I don't really I'm a little older. I'm 42. Kind of was raised by old heads not to talk on the phone, not to do certain shit. Never sold weed on Instagram. I didn't trap and meet people I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the old school ways. I guess that's
Craigslist.
That's why I'm still here.
Yeah, totally. Craigslist especially. Like guys trapping on Craigslist. Clones on Craigslist was huge at one point.
I remember
and
that.
It was
genetics.
And it was like the rename game all over. Like you could get everything you ever wanted. It's like that wasn't even the real shit.
It was ice cream cake, you mean?
This is
ice cream cake.
Oh yeah. Renamed. Same thing with OG Kush. OG Kush's Phylos, they had like 97 different names for OG Kush.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
90 something different names?
97.
97.
97 different names for just OG Kush. Genetically OG Kush.
Yeah.
But 97 different things.
Oh shit.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. That's one thing that we do want to bring more to High Supply is genetics. We have seed companies, nurseries, tissue culture guys too, because it's part of the supply chain.
Yeah, the white market.
Yeah, testing. I think you guys need more testing because there's some really good testing labs out there. We just had Alec from SC Labs on here.
Yeah.
And I think testing is such an important part of the process. I'm trying to get more testing guys on my podcast because it's such an important subject, in my opinion, because I think there's no standardization. I'm not big on government oversight.
Yeah, of course not.
With testing, I think it's so important that there's some sort of standardization.
Yeah, there has to be better because testing labs shouldn't be able to just call you and their pitch is, I can give you a higher potency at a cheaper cost, quicker turnaround time. And if something happens, I can maybe help you out.
Right.
That shouldn't be a pitch. It should be like, hey, I'm going to give you the most accurate numbers. Right.
That should be I'm going to give you the most accurate numbers. You're going to have consistency, but it's not the case. And the problem is the ones who suffer is the customers. The lab wins, the cultivator wins, the distro or whoever's in the middle even wins. Right. But then the customer is the one who loses.
Yeah. It's their pitch for marketing to capture more business.
Right.
Me personally, I've always been advocate of testing should be ran by the state, but the labs are privately owned.
Yeah.
Like you submit it, but the lab don't know who I am.
Yeah.
They just get it. Boom. We still pay, but the labs are privatized. So they don't know who I am. They're not pitching to me. They just get a government contract and they test it properly. And then the government can then send it to double check their work. You know, quarterly or monthly, they do some reviews or whatever it may be to make sure they're doing their job correctly.
Well, the DCC is using a lab, but they don't announce which lab they're using.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, we have a long ways to go in certain things like testing. We've come a long ways to a degree. And I think they even shut some testing labs down this year. But, I think
quite a few.
They shut down quite a few. And then from state to state, it's like there's no consistency across the board. And that's so important, especially once we start doing interstate commerce and really at the benefit of the customer.
Yeah, it has to be more accurate because even just here in California, we'll send something to one lab and it'll come back at 14.
Yeah.
And the next lab comes back at 26. And you're just like, well, how is it nearly double in difference?
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Something shady's going on.
Yeah. And you just got to look back too, because I remember when testing started to become a real thing with Prop 64. People were getting like, oh my God, I got over 20. And they were pretty happy. Mm-hmm. And it slowly became 25 and then 30 and then
40.
Yeah.
I have a cannabinoid test that's, I think, almost 5 years old now.
Yeah.
But it's 42% total cannabinoids, 39.5% THCA. Crazy. Yeah. And there's higher ones, but like how accurate is that?
Yeah.
Almost concentrate numbers, huh?
Almost concentrate. It's stronger than some hash.
Yeah.
There's some hash that doesn't test that high. Yeah. You know?
Someone showed me a 51 total. And I was like, what'd you do? You just grew a trichome?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the old school trick was to sprinkle a little THCA on it, right? Get it bumped up. So, I mean, I guess maybe went a little heavy on the salt on that one, huh?
Right, a little bit. Seriously.
A little heavy on the
sprinkle.
Salt bay, right?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, testing, I think, needs to be standardized a lot better. It's all over the place. It's so crazy.
Yep.
You can go from really failing at one lab and non-detect at another.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And I love the fact that we're testing this stuff for, potential things that can make the plant bad for you, right? I think that's the biggest part of testing, besides all the stuff where we can get the cannabinoids and we can get the terpenes, but also testing for all the pesticides and all the heavy metals, all the pesticides, all the bullshit. All the bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's so important that people know what they're getting, because I want to know if I'm buying stuff, I feel way more comfortable if it's on there. Cause I won't smoke stuff where I don't know.
But I mean, it kind of
goes
to our fruits and veggies and all this stuff too. I mean, I drink Kangen water, so I use a high pH to pull all that pesticides, all the bullshit off. And you should see the runoff of the water. It's crazy,
It looks nasty. Yeah.
And that's organic. There's just thresholds, you know what I mean? So I think, I don't know. I mean, we have it in our everyday foods too. And that's even a bigger battle that we talk about,
Yeah.
But I mean, quality of life and then quality of what we smoke, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
When cannabis is the most tested. So it's tested way more than the food that we're eating, even the organic stuff. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's different because you're eating it.
Yep.
And then smoking it there's two difference, right?
Yeah.
But
maybe.
Yeah.
I think eating it is just you're putting it in your body, so it just depends on the process. But I don't know, man. I just think that grow your own food if you can.
Yes, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm an '80s kid, right? I grew up Kraft mac and cheese, Goldfish, Pepperidge Farms.
Top ramen.
Top ramen. I mean, this shit probably wasn't as bad back in the day, but now I have a 5-year-old, and I'm like, I got to change my lifestyle eating habits because it's going to affect him differently now.
Right.
And that's like, it's such a huge conscious that I think people took that to weed. It's the same thing.
Right.
You know, take those in your life and apply them, you know, and yeah, it's a trip, you know, like I'm a foodie. I love food. Right. And, you know, I'm trying to go on the carnivore diet, no carbs right now, trying to be the whole health kick. And it's a trip, you know, like if people took that to the weed too, it'd be like, testing, you know, but those are parameters. That's how you test your, you know, your strains and stuff. You don't, you know, you're relying on a testing lab to tell you what these numbers are.
Right.
Yeah. Some of my favorite farmers, they do Korean natural farming.
Totally. I'm a big fan of Korean natural farming, but I'm also a big fan of cocoa, and I feel like it's so much more about the cultivator than it is about any one method, because I've had terrible stuff grown KNF.
Yeah.
And I've had the most amazing stuff. There's Eden out of Colorado, and they even beyond Korean natural farming, they do what's the method? They do the good method, but it's this from the sun. And I can't think of his name right now, but they basically use stuff in the local environment. They're going up in the hills and pulling stuff and creating everything from locally produced products. And their flour in extract is some of the best extract, and not just because it tastes good, but the effect, right?
Yeah.
And so I think one of the things that we've kind of skipped talking about a lot lately, ever since adult use, has been the effect.
Yeah. It's like watered down. You don't have the love. You don't have that energy. Can't recreate what Mother Nature intended, right?
Right.
And I think that's the variables that you add to the pot that make it better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some of the best weed I've smoked is from the outdoors.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. It's very hard to find and get. But when you get that good farmer and he has that magical year, it rivals any good indoor.
Especially this time of year, there's such good outdoor if you know the right people. And the thing is most people, I feel like most people never get to experience real amazing outdoor.
Yeah, they don't. And I think that's the other thing too, is that like my other partner, Mikey, would beg to differ. He's straight indoor kind of guy, you know, like nothing but fire, you know what I mean? And I think that like the outdoor stuff, like you said, like it's so far and few between that like the average consumer, or I mean, if it goes east, wherever it goes, right, doesn't always get the best partake of the lot, you know?
Right.
And I think that's what Nam's saying is like, he's been able to probably been blessed by a lot of farmers, you know, to just pull up on their spot and smoke it with them right there, you know? And
I mean, I keep talking about Mark from Green Shock Farms.
Yeah.
And like literally he's doing the Lord's work up there, growing outdoor. That's phenomenal. It's my favorite thing to smoke right now. And it's like, I can't get gas like that indoor.
That's what you were showing me earlier,
right?
Like
literally, I'm not getting gas like that.
Yeah.
Like, even the best OGs doesn't come out on that level where Brian from Vital, he has some good OG. He has a really friggin' amazing OG. But the stuff from Mark is there's diversity there. He has 20 different, from his pheno hunt, there's 20 different gases that I would smoke all of them.
And it's obviously like climates, but I feel like it's general regions too. Like I've got a project I'm working on out in Hawaii, and man, when I was a kid, I used to go out there, and I remember the first time I really, really like lost my mind high was I smoked some of this shit that it didn't even look good, man. It looked kind of like brown. It looked like it was already oxidized.
Yeah.
Then I ripped it and I hit it. I sat in the grass for like hours and just connected with earth. Wow. And like I realized that maybe it was the earth and the minerals in the soil. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's the volcanic water that they're using, but it's just regions. I think regions can, express certain,
100%. Well, and I think there's lots of good cocoa flour out there, cocoa grown flour, Synganic. I'm a big fan of Synganic. I don't think it has to be 100% organic.
Yeah.
I think, you can use Synganic and get really good results. I even have got good Rockwool this year. There was Rockwool grown that's absolutely amazing. Nice. Where I didn't even know. Like, that's when it's good, when you can't even tell. Because a lot of times I'm like, oh yeah, this was grown with this nutrient, definitely Rockwool, looks like Rockwool. Usually Rockwool has a certain look.
Yeah.
Just like Athena has a certain specific look and smell to it typically. Yep. But sometimes cultivators can go above and beyond and just pull magic out,
Yeah.
And it's usually not every harvest. Sometimes it's like, okay, 1 out of every 3 is like that. They get that 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to hit a grand slam every single time.
Yeah, especially with tons of lights and tons of rooms. I feel like it never comes out quite. I Actually, it rarely comes out 10 out of 10. And sometimes they have the 9.5s and sometimes it's the 8s. And, I feel like especially the guys that are growing at bigger scale, a small percentage of what they grow is epic. And they have so many lights, it's still a good amount. Yeah. But a lot of the stuff is midsy or, a step above mids.
Yeah, then you just got to give it up to the outdoor guys too, because they're dealing with Mother Nature just changing every day.
They got one shot.
Yeah.
One shot at doing it right.
Got to give it up to them.
You want to smoke something different?
Oh,
I get a little cough.
I'm always down. Try something with you guys.
Right there. We got some Crippy times double lemon cherry.
Ooh, some Crippy. All right.
Oh yeah. I'm bringing the Crippy back. Well, I brought the Crippy back, and then now there's other people with the Crippy. But yeah, nice. we brought it back on the scene about 2 years ago.
Rad.
And it's hard to get people to grow it.
Yeah.
SF Canada does a great job, but it's one of those ones from batch to batch. It's like Skittles. Like to hit that perfect 10 doesn't happen every batch. Yeah. It's like, man, it's like one every 3, one every 4, and then it's like phenomenal. And it's this time of year, the good batches come out. Every winter when it's not as hot, the ACs aren't as jammed up. For whatever reason, and it's been like this forever, right?
Shit, I was looking back into some genetics back in the day. It was like Suppa Kauai and all them from Hawaii, and they started the electric and the dog 13, and the Crippy, like that's in the mix right there too. Because I mean, I was helping our boy Sherpa from Florida is kind of like the gatekeeper for the triangle for us. That's how we got it, and he got it to our partner Todd. But I've been a genetic just whore my whole life, just loving to just the stories, man. There's so many stories behind each strain, right? Totally. And everybody deserves to tell their story, and some are different than others. Some started the journey sooner than others. Some caught on to it later. Yeah. Some made it better. Some made it worse, But I think that the genetics itself is like, I don't know. That's our connection to the earth, Yeah. And I don't know. I'm a big weed guy. I believe weed was meant to be shared. Weed was meant to be like, I could see Indians back in the day trading it. I could see like, you know what I mean? Like weed was meant to be like a social aspect, come together, powwow. We're talking about great topics. We're here, we're conversing. The universe is speaking. We're getting in tune. Yeah. And like, I don't know, like strains like Crippy, like I haven't smoked Crippy. Yeah. Like, or the real Crippy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where like, that connects 30, 40, 50 years of generation of a plant.
I had some rosin that I left at home. I should have brought it. But I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Crippy when it comes out right. And it's like, it's ultra gas. It's like more gassy than you see indoor typically getting.
Thank you for that, brother.
Did you get it for sure? Originally, it's a Florida cut. Well, so I believe the name came from Hawaii, but the Crippy came out of Florida. And then there's a whole bunch of stories behind it that differ, because I think Crippy in Colombia was different than Crippy in Florida, but Crippy is a Hawaiian word, I believe. And so that's where there's the tie. I mean, I think I showed some of the flower to Fletcher from Archive, and he's like, this looks like Maui Skunk Dog to me, but I have the two. Yeah. I have both of them. I have the Maui Skunk Dog and I have the Crippy now.
Yeah, so some of the stuff I knew was about, it was like Kauai Crippy, and that was the Hawaiian Electric and the Death. And Suppa Kauai in 84 and Uncle Ricky, One Love. They named it AKA Crippy. Yeah. And then that was the dog, H13. But they're all like, these are all surfers, these guys, when they travel the world, they like, that's how they connect the dot. They're wave walkers, you know what I mean? And so like the Florida thing, like, I don't know, I've got a lot of like story, like a detailed, I've been pioneering for years, like, because somebody's got to collecting data. Somebody's got to talk about it, right?
Sounds like a good book to me.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Let me know. Let's do this. There's so many good stories. And I think, some of it's inspired by Jason King and what he did with the Canna Bible. I thought that was pretty epic. Ed Rosenthal had his big book of buds, which was cool too. And I love the history. I did my breeding book. I put my mark on whatever, and I enjoyed doing that. And there's still so many stories that need to be told. And the beauty of podcasts is we get to share these stories from the people, and or not even always from the people, but we can talk about these things with the information that and the information I know. And sometimes we can put stuff together and it's like, wow.
It's funny you say that, because like that's how all this kind of started with the triangle stuff with Sherpa. It was like a couple years ago, Adam Dunn did Crippy Christmas.
Yeah.
And Miami Mango called in. I think it was something along those lines where Mango's like, yo, you need to like get in touch with like Marty and fucking Sherpa from Florida. They'll tell you the real story about Triangle. Cause they were saying, oh, Crippy's part of Triangle and Crippy. And they're like, no, they're two different things. Like
completely different.
They're not the same, you know? And it was podcasts that inspired people to keep carrying the story, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of figures that are like not talked about. And dude, let's be real. In Florida, you still go to prison for this stuff, you know? And so like, I mean, up until maybe the declassification today that Trump did, I guess 30 minutes ago.
Did he really?
Yeah, 30 minutes. Oh, my live was just going off. People are like, declassified.
Whoa, that's why I'm getting texts.
That's why you're getting texts.
That's wild.
30 minutes ago.
Literally, my phone has been blown up in my pocket.
As we're
and
on
that's
this
exactly
podcast,
what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, we're just talking about it.
It's crazy, but you know, I don't know. I guess we got to pay homage. All I'm about is like, I just want to help curate stories and pay homage to the plant.
Yeah.
And that's it, you know?
Well, I believe we all have a purpose on this planet, and my purpose is in line with this plant. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm just moving in the direction of trying to be a steward to some degree. And, you know, I think doing it in an authentic way, being able to do podcasts, being able to do breeding like I'm able to do and work with the great people that I'm able to work with, you know, it's just been a blessing too. And then ever since we won the cup in Amsterdam, it's been a wild ride, you know, a wild ride for me. Something that maybe happened too soon. Like I feel like we got on the scene and we just were this little small company, and then out of nowhere we won a cup. And you know, and it's been a wild ride for sure.
Oh, that's nice.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's strong. I feel like it's stronger. It might even be stronger than the hash oil you smoked.
Okay. I like that.
Maybe.
I like that, baby.
Yeah,
Don't
the
tell
Crippy
me
is
with
known,
a good time.
Yeah, seriously, and the Crippy is one of those ones that's strong, right? And so this one sits in the middle. They pheno hunted it from some seeds. The double lemon cherry had a light leak and popped out some nanners. Those nanners pollinated, made some seeds. There's a handful of people that got some of the seeds, and these were pheno hunted from there.
Nice.
And so yeah, there's some interesting phenos in there, but like this is by far the best one.
Your favorite one?
Yeah, hands down. Hands down. So we need to go through more. It's like when I find something good and there's only a handful of seeds that were popped, that's when you double down or triple down or quadruple the amount of seeds you hunt. So especially if it's something I plan on selling seeds of someday, I want to have the best pheno for myself.
You going to bring it to market or what's going on?
Yeah. And then Freddie Big's been dropping it.
Okay, cool.
So Freddie Big's been dropping. Freddie Big he's
Shout
the Crippy guy
Freddie,
too. Yeah. Big shout out to Freddie.
Big Freddie. Yeah. They support us on our show. They're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I work with SF Canada, so we've got the Roll Pros machine together. We've got Toll Pros is the name of the company.
Toll Pros, yeah.
So I'm working with those guys, and we're doing tolling, which is it's a pivot from some of the other stuff that we're doing. But I feel like it's something that naturally fits in because I'm genetics, they're cultivation.
Yeah.
Now we have a way to make by Genetics Express in a certain way. Yeah, and I love the collaboration model, working with other companies.
Yeah, you see that, with our show a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone's just, because it's all your peers, and everyone starts collaborating a lot. So they start, which is good. That's what the network's about. It's connecting everybody with the right people, putting 100%. Everybody in the same room.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, this day and age, because every penny counts, it's also collaborating is the best way to get stuff out there. And the thing is like, I'm in my lane. So it's not like I'm going to, and I can collaborate. The beautiful thing with being a breeder is you can collaborate with other breeders. You can be Velcro for brands. I can be the Velcro or the Gore-Tex.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's who I want to be. I want to elevate cultivations. I want to elevate other people and collaborate with everybody. It's not limited to it's not about me. It's really just how can I help these other people and be a solution to a problem.
Well, you do elevate, and you have been a pioneer of our industry. I've got a lot of respect for you, James. I mean, like I said, I grew the Loud Scout. My brother back in the day got it somewhere in Honeydew, and we started growing it. And, so I've always been like a pioneer of like, you've paved the way for a lot of us, so, respect to that. And, people like you that are still here that are, it's your passion, bro. Straight up. It's your passion. I could see it in your eyes. It see keeps it in your growing. Heart.
Yeah.
Like that's the shit you can't kill, and industries are in the worst they've ever been right now. Right. Yeah. But it's going to be all of our passions that come back that we put it on this table and then we chop it up. Yeah. We keep moving forward and,
it's going to change and evolve. The plant evolves just like we do.
Yeah.
In this industry.
Our industry, we're still an infant.
Immature. Yeah.
We're still so immature. We're going to still probably be 5-10 more years, maybe even longer. And of growth until we really see how this industry kind of ebbs and flows and how who's going to be the players and how's everything's going to move.
Look at that ash. Someone rolled a good joint.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's indoor?
Oh yeah.
Should have told Mike it's outdoor. He would have not smoked it. I don't smoke
Oh
outdoor.
yeah.
Oh, we trick them sometimes.
I
We
can't.
trick him for sure.
That's it. I love that.
Hey, how was that? It was great. It was good, huh? Yeah. It's outdoor.
It's outdoor. Yeah.
Very rare though.
Oh, it's very rare. Yeah, but it's hard. Like even the best like sun-grown farmers, they just have to deal with Mother Nature.
Yeah.
So some years they hit it really good.
Yeah.
Like shout out to Ryan Tarbell from Barker Creek. Phenomenal grower.
Yep.
Usually majority year after year, he hits a pretty good
Crippy
like a home run. But some years he'll hit a grand slam and then we'll trick Mikey with it.
We've got Mike here. He's the third wheel of the Three Amigos for the network show and the High Supply show. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Your
I know-
facility's amazing.
Thank you.
Like it's amazing facility. You just walk through and just like the cleanliness of. I wish some other grows had the cleanliness that you have here. It's just crazy. Like the solution, the booties is just like, oh wow.
Well, I think it's necessary. I think cleanliness is important. I think, we designed this place as a showroom as well. So it's part of the whole thing. It's like research and development, but it's also a showroom. It shows people who we are and what we do. We're selling genetics. So you want a clean facility. If you're buying genetics from somebody, you should be buying clean genetics. And if they don't have a clean facility, are you really buying clean genetics? I think that's how it breaks down for me.
Oh, I love it. It's one of those things. I've been to thousands and thousands of facilities.
Nice.
This is definitely in the top like 3. Like, wow. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what do you do with the shows?
Whatever Nam tells me to do. No, I'm just kidding. I drive Nam crazy and I just pop up stuff and I make it
Mikey.
super fun. And like for example, the first network we did, Nam's like, we don't need a 40-foot screen. Oh. We don't need a 40-foot screen. Yeah. And then me and Shea were like, yeah, we do. We're getting a 40-foot screen. We figured out how to like pay for it and get the brands to jump in on it.
Yeah.
And like the day of the inspection, the fire marshal's there and he's like, oh, we have nothing here. And I was like, you can't give away that spot. I already paid for it's already done. He looked at me like, don't ever do that again. Shea, go across the street, get the 4 parking spots over there. And then we just handled it. But it was one of those like, it made it fun for us. It was a surprise for Dad. We call him Dad. Yeah. Right. He doesn't like it, but we call him Dad because he has these rules that we like don't understand. And then we're like, oh shit, that's why you do it like that.
So he's the organized one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't say I didn't want the screen. Yeah. We just couldn't do it when they tell me a week out.
Yeah.
There's no permits or nothing. We can't do it a week out.
I didn't know we needed permits.
Lucky the fire marshal was really cool with us.
Yeah.
We paid some parking across the street. They moved their cars. We moved it in there. No permits needed. And the fire marshal let us kind of fly. But he was cool.
The event was run so smooth. Entrance was easy. Food was easy. It wasn't too big if it shows. Like you get lost at MJ Biz. And some of even Mary Jane Berlin, I love it so much. It's my favorite international event.
Me too.
It was so amazing this year. But it's also, you can get lost there.
Huge.
It's huge.
You're not hitting, it's a 4-day show and you're not hitting every part of it in 4 days.
Yeah.
No, and you can cover, in one day, you can cover your event multiple times. You can go walk the floor and see people. And there's a lot of people there, so you're going to bump into different people, but you can really cover a lot of ground, which I love. And it's easy to find where everything is.
Yeah, because our industry is so small in California now.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I had some newbies, like fresh to the industry, show up. Like, we're only going to be here like 2 hours. 6.5 hours later, they're like, oh my God, like this is the greatest thing ever. I met everyone I needed to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we can expand it. It's just really tough finding a venue that would be cannabis friendly, large enough, and hit all the criteria we need to run a trade show.
Yeah.
Nearly impossible in California. And then it's really impossible in LA.
The location, I don't know how you found that location, but it's like an old rave location. It's perfect.
Yeah.
There's been raves there.
For sure. You could tell that.
The movie Blade there. No.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
Yeah. It took about a whole day and a half of just scrolling on like sites trying to find it. Yeah. And I was just clicking at anything now at this point. I was getting desperate. We're not finding the venue because we actually had another venue that fit about 220 exhibitors and we sold that out in like 3.5 weeks.
Wow.
So we were like, oh, we got to go find another venue.
Right.
Some other things happened too. And then God blessed us. We were able to find that, and it's just worked out great.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Right on the water too.
Right, like right on the water. I mean, yeah, it's perfect.
And then we have the speedboat going too.
Yeah.
And then next year we'll have a couple more speedboats, and then hopefully we can get a sunset cruise going too for all the bosses.
I need Jeff Bezos to loan us his yacht.
Yeah. Just pull it up right there.
Ben Dronkers.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, Ben.
Or we could just borrow the Navy ship across the way too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just tell them to take us for a cruise on that thing.
Or get the USS Boxer to come up with their helicopter carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
The backdrop for you guys' panels that was amazing.
It was amazing. It was, and the weather was just perfect.
People would have thought it's
crazy.
fake, but you could see birds flying by. So
totally. I mean, the weather was perfect. It was the perfect time of year for that event. And yeah, I mean, I know it was so last minute for me too. So I just came on last minute. Not a lot of expectations on other than I knew the show was going to be good because my friend was there last year and was like, man, this is the show you got to go to.
Who's your friend?
Dave from SF Canada. And
no shit.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, I work with those guys. And so he went the previous year and was like, dude, you got to go to this show. And I'm like, what's in LA? And I excuse. And he's like, no, you got to go. And then you called me and it all worked out.
Yeah, I was glad you did the show because I was looking for a host that can handle that segment, that issue, and you're the perfect one for it. So I was like,
it worked out great. And I had a good time with it. I think the panelists are they're all amazing. It just worked. It was so simple.
Yeah, it took us like 3 months of just scratching ideas, coming up with who could be the host, who could be the guest.
Yeah.
It took about 3 months.
He's the only one that could have handled both of them.
Brainstorming. Nope, that's not going to work.
Right.
Let it sit for a little bit, change it up. Yeah. But we came out fire for our first year back. Because we did panels our first year.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do it year 2 and 3 because we just needed the space because we were just the venue that we had at that time can only fit so many. And
right.
Shout out to Optimus Studios for letting us do it there and letting us just run amok.
Yeah.
It's the first time they rented out the whole entire venue. We moved their whole entire office. We paid all the employees to work from home.
Yeah.
Unless they wanted to come.
Yeah.
Right. But basically we cleared out their office, everything possible. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a great time. I mean, I think I can't wait to see what you guys do in 2026. It's like, I know the events are the better events is like when you leave the event, it's like you're thinking about what could they do next year to make it better. And there's not a lot, but it's like, I could just see more people wanting to go to the event.
Yeah. We're just going to find a little bit bigger venue to accommodate all the demand. We did have to shut the doors on day 1 for a little bit for capacity.
Right.
Which sucks. You should never go to a B2B trade show and
be locked out.
Right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that. So we're going to try to find a bigger venue. And I think we found one just right across the way on the water also.
Wow.
So and it should be about another 50,000 square feet. So it should be good.
Yeah. One of these days.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll do a dinner. We'll do the dinner.
Yeah. You got to bring the trailer out there.
Loud omakase. So we do like sushi hand rolls. We do sushi hand rolls. And this year in Vegas, I was carving a ham and we had caviar bumps.
We should talk after the
caviar
show.
And Kush. What's that?
We should talk after the show.
Yeah.
Because High Supply, it's going to be at the same venue this year. But this show is for the bosses and the managers, right? The decision makers. So maybe an owner's dinner. Maybe we do something.
I'm down. I'm down. I have some friends that are chefs in LA too, so we could put something wild together.
Oh yeah.
Your dinner was awesome in Vegas too.
Thank you.
Like that was so dope. It was just
so. In my opinion, that's the best dinner I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
I had a good time, and the house was special.
The house is awesome. You're just walking around the house like, oh my God, this is where they did this?
Dude.
Talk about elevating the weed group. Like, holy shit.
And Sergio, I did one last year that was amazing. I thought that was a lot of fun. We had a smaller house. The venue was a little different. And then Lindy, who works with us in Vegas, she found this house, and her and Sergio switched houses twice on me. And then I was like, what are they doing? And then she's like, oh, it's better. Mind blown, 28,000 square foot house.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was owned by Phyllis McGuire, one of the McGuire sisters. And it had that old mafia kind of Vegas vibe, gangster vibe. I could just picture Frank Sinatra running around in his underwear, chasing women, in the house. There's the Eiffel Tower in the middle of the house.
And that was your best dinner ever?
I think it was the best. And the thing for me, why it was also the best is I served all my friends food. So we had 300 people and they all, if they wanted food, they had to get through me. So I got to greet everybody, hand them food. Where I was cooking the food, I prepared the food with my friend Ricky. He's a chef at the Wynn. And so we prepared it all together. And then he was in the back cooking. Most people didn't even know he was doing a lot of the work, right? But I'm feeding people hand rolls, carving on a ham, giving people caviar and kush bumps. Lots of fun.
Oh, that sounded great.
It didn't occur to me till at the end of the night when you were standing, I'm like, holy shit, he's the guy that just handed us. Like it was later on, I'm like, oh, you were really handing out the food too. But at first, when I went through the line, I'm like, there's no way he's going to be handing out food. And we just went through, got our food, sat down. And at the end of the night, I'm like, you're standing there. I'm like, oh shit, he did hand us all the food.
Well, some chefs are just managers. The word chef really just means manager, right? Cooks, I want to be a good cook. I don't care about being a chef, although it takes skills to be a chef in the sense that managing people and running a crew and a fine-tuned machine is very similar to running a grow.
Like our, I was going to say, it's like our cannabis space.
It's the same. It's the exact same. And the tone you set is the tone, just like if you're lazy in your grow room and you don't take care of your employees, it's the same thing. You want to be the first one in, the last one out, and that's how you get the best results. And also being able to oversee, and I micromanage quite a bit with food, especially I want it to be this certain experience for people. And that was an experience, right? So I feel like that's what I like the best. And working with True Terpenes too, they're an amazing company. They let me experiment and then do the caviar and kush bump. So I did cranberry kush where I did the atomizer. I mist it in the air. You smell it right after you do your bump of caviar. We went through a kilo of caviar, so it was lots of fun.
That was awesome.
So I got a question for you guys. If you had one piece of advice for your younger selves, we'll go in order, starting with Nam. What would that one piece be?
Risk it all. You're young. Go for it. Try to hit grand slams. Go for it. Learn from them.
Yeah.
Swing. You have opportunities to swing. I'm 49, about to be 50 now.
Yeah.
And you're starting to see the window of opportunities to swing for the fences.
Right.
Lesson. You can't make mistakes as much.
Mm-hmm.
When you're young, go for it. You're going to learn. Those losses are going to be the best lessons too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit follow up to that. I think put more focuses on experiences and less on material items.
Yeah,
I'm 42. I've seen a lot of life. I'm very blessed. I'm very happy. I'm thankful. If God forbid anything happened, I'm super happy. You know,
right?
But you know, a lot of that was like materialized too. You know. Mm-hmm. And I think that like if I traded the material for the more experience aspects of things, because there's a lot of experiences in there, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, to my younger self, experience life.
Yeah.
Hit the road, get out,
travel.
Do it. Just build experiences.
Right.
You know.
That's hilarious because it's literally Nam is all breaks. He's in the middle. Mine's the opposite. Save money, stupid. Do Bitcoin, Amazon, XRP, that kind of stuff I would tell myself because I get just one of those. I'm the opposite. I did it all. I did it all. And now I'm like, should have saved, should have planned, should have done something a little long-term. That's what I would tell my younger self, that's what I would tell myself is plan, save. Yeah. Just a little bit, fucker. Just a little bit. Just, you know, a couple $100 in Bitcoin back then when it was like $10, be fine right now, you know?
So I got a new one for my audience that I've come up with that I heard, and I'm about to get this tattooed on me. It was so good. But it's results equal clarity of vision plus consistency divided by distraction.
Oh yeah!
Oh wow!
That is fire. The one. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's in line with everything, right?
Say that again.
So the whole thing is results equal clarity of your vision plus consistency
divided by distraction. Yeah.
And I feel like that is the solution for results. If you want results in life, that is the you know, and the funny thing is with my business partner, that's how he thinks too. He's all about clarity of the vision. He wants to, and I think that's so important that you see from beginning to end, and you can change along the way, but really that gives you a roadmap. Right. And so building that roadmap in your head and then being consistent with it and then getting rid of the distractions, then you're going to be successful. You're going to get the results you're looking for.
Yeah. You got to have a clear path to your goal and just stay focused.
Yep. Yeah, and I usually don't share mine, but that was so good. I felt like I had to share.
That's a fucking really good one.
Yeah.
So if people are looking to find out more about you guys, where are the best places to go?
Networkshow.co, highsupplyshow.com. High Supply is on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can hit us up on there.
That's pretty much it. You can do it all.
Okay. Yeah. And other Instagrams. What about your personal Instagrams?
Nothing but fire.
At Shea Ryan with 5 N's because Instagram.
Yeah.
His Instagram.
Totally.
I don't have one.
Okay. That's really good.
Yeah, I do, but
Lucky.
it's just kind of I keep it private just for friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Smart.
Yeah. I tried to keep
Nothing's
my
private these days.
my personal life away.
Yeah.
I've been doing events for a long time.
Yeah.
I just outside of that, I'm like the craziest homebody. If you can get me to go 2 miles from my house, that's pretty good.
Yeah. He's not lying. He normally
Nice.
sends me and Shea.
Nice.
I don't go out. I just stay at home, just play with my dog, hang out with
Shout
my
out
wife.
Odie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Me and my wife run the business together too. We started everything together. So
Wow.
and she's the backbone.
I know all about that.
Yeah. My wife's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a very lucky guy.
Me too. My wife is amazing. She does a lot of the work. She does a lot of the
Yeah.
grunt work, the books and this stuff so that I can do the fun stuff. But it takes balance, and then I also work all the time, but
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Me too. And
So-
we have a solid crew down there with Goodfellas group too.
Yeah.
It's like our crew's solid.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you guys are looking to go to the High Supply Show coming April 29th and 30th, 2026, or the Network Show, and when's the date for the 2026 Network Show? Do we have a date
It's
yet?
going to be in September.
In September.
Yeah, probably late September or maybe first week of October. We're just looking for, we might have a little parking issue. They're refixing it.
Nice.
So we're going to wait until the dates are right so we can get the whole parking lot.
Awesome. So if you guys are looking to get vetted to come to the show, you're in California, or if you're in some other state looking to operate in California, hit these guys up. Thank you guys for doing the podcast.
Yeah,
It's
thank
been
you.
so much fun. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you guys very much for your support. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe down below.